Hello and welcome to this week's lesson on what makes it intelligence. This week's lesson was voted by the Discord, so if you want to get involved, make sure you go check it out. The link will be in the description below. Just for a bit of scope, we'll go through what information versus intelligence is, the so what, customer focusing, and then, as usual, a conclusion. So, to very quickly get to the point of this entire video, what is intelligence? Intelligence is information plus analysis. That equals intelligence. It is not the news, it's the news with some analytical thought that produces something, an assessment of what might happen, an assessment of what it might mean. That assessment is the intelligence aspect. It isn't just the news by itself. This is why you might see some intelligence professionals getting a bit upset over on Twitter, X, Instagram, talking about the ex-Ausint accounts that are essentially just posting live updates of the conflict in Ukraine or the conflict in Israel or India or the news. Their general issue with these pages is that they aren't providing any form of analysis on top of the news, so therefore they are essentially just news readers rather than intelligence platforms, while calling themselves open source intelligence professionals. Some of the pages do some pretty good analysis where they look at debris and do geolocation. That is all intelligence because they're providing some analytical thought or analytical process to the information that is being reported and providing something at the end, that being the intelligence assessment, where it might be, what it might mean. That's the intelligence part. So yeah, that is what intelligence is. Video over. Now, we'll jump into some other stuff. So, one way intelligence professionals look at the assessment is providing the so what. You've likely heard me talk about this. You've likely seen it in my posts. You've probably seen other intelligence professionals use this terminology to explain their assessment. It's the so what of the information. So you take a news article and then you add a bit of an assessment to it, the so what. So what does this mean? What does it mean to the decision maker? It's adding the value. That's what an intelligence analyst should be doing. It's supporting decision making. If you're working in an intelligence cell, you need to be providing the so what that helps the people you're working for, which we'll talk about in the next slide, make a decision. They need to be using it. It needs to be actionable. That's how intelligence adds value. And it needs to look forward, not backwards. You're not telling history. You're telling them what it might mean for the future using assessment language, which we talked about in the last video. So, that brings me to the last point of this video. It should be customer focused. Intelligence is a customer focused activity. You need to be providing your information to your customer in a useful, correct format. It needs to be succinct. This is because people in high positions that are making critical decisions are generally very busy. They don't have time to read through your 10-page analytical report on the situation in India because they don't have time. What they need to know is what it means for them. Are their people safe? Do they need to cancel that business trip? Something like that. It needs to be succinct and to the point. This is why in intelligence reporting you often get an executive summary at the top of the report. That's so that if your decision maker doesn't have much time, they can read that, they can get the gist of your report. They can use it's useful to help them make their decision and they can move on. If they need to know how you got to your assessment or another person wants to, look into how you got to your reasoning and made your judgments, that's what the report's for. On top of this, trying to get feedback. Because it's customer focused and it needs to be useful, the best way to do this is to get some feedback. While this isn't generally the easiest thing to do, as for the exact same reason as I just talked about, the person making the decision is very busy. So they're not really in a position to constantly sit there and tell you what they think of your report and how it all worked and help them make a decision, etc. But yeah, try and get some feedback, put this into a continuous improvement cycle to continually make sure that your intelligence is providing value, it's helping decisions being made, and it's adding that so what. So Just to wrap it all up, information is not intelligence. You need to add some kind of assessment for it to be an intelligence report. You should always be looking to answer the so what. You need to be adding value, helping people make decisions. That is the key to intelligence. That's what it's all about. It's all focused on that customer. And short, sharp, to the point. The people that this reporting matters to are busy. They don't have time to read your lengthy explanation. They just need your assessment right now so they can make decisions. If you want to learn more about intelligence, check out one of our courses in the description below. We have a full course on intelligence analysis that goes through the entire intelligence cycle, how it all works, what it all means, and how to use it yourself in your day-to-day job. We also have courses on open source intelligence collection, travel risk, and due diligence. So if you want to learn more, make sure to check that out in the description below. Otherwise, thank you for watching. I've been your host, Daniel, and I'll see you next time. See you!